He promised a worm with every ear. That's how you know it's organic, he'd say.
Nell Newman knows her produce. She learned early on from dear old Dad.
My earliest memories of getting groceries with my dad was at Rippy's farm stand. He would surreptitiously strip back the ears to make sure the corn was fresh, and you know, what did a ripe watermelon sound like and a good cantaloupe smell like. So I really got a hands-on, all senses involved experience in picking your produce and picking good produce.
Those lessons stuck, and as president of Newman's Own Organics, Nell has forged a unique path all her own.
My mother would always say, noblesse oblige, those who have give to those who do not. My motivation for starting Newman's Own Organics was to support organic agriculture and be able to donate money to charity.
That generosity was instilled by her parents, the iconic Hollywood couple, Paul Newman and Joanne Woodward. Despite their fame, her mother maintained a humble household.
I just remember we were always recycling whatever it was that could be recycled. I mean, she was a child of the Depression, so she was very conscientious about saving. She was always very interested in maintaining, you know, an environmental equilibrium in our household.
Raised on a farm in Connecticut, Nell had an appreciation for the earth's bounty at a young age.
We had a few old apple trees, not as many as these. Most of my childhood was spent running around through the woods with a pack of dogs fishing, and then periodically we would go out to Beverly Hills when Mom and Dad were working, which I hated.
Newman's adventurous spirit suited her dad's outdoorsy nature perfectly.
When I was quite young, I remember we went out, we fished, caught a bunch of flounder and brought them back, and I was probably 10, and Dad said, well, I got to go somewhere, so here's how you got them. And, you know, here, like this, scrape the guts out, rinse it out, put it over here. And and just left, and, you know, here's the knife and left. And so that was how, somebody said, how do you, fish, how do you learn how to clean fish? Well, you know, I had to. So we loved it. We loved fishing together.
Nell's connection with the outdoors fostered a fascination for birds. Her favorite, the peregrine falcon, the fastest in the world.
I discovered at about age 11 that the peregrine falcon was extinct east of the Mississippi due to the use of DDT. And that was a really eye-opening experience for me. I was definitely a budding biologist when I was young.
However, given her genes, it was inevitable that Nell would dabble in the family business, appearing with her mother in films like Rachel, Rachel and the Effect of Gamma Rays on Man-in-the-Moon Marigolds, both directed by her father.
I went to acting school to make my parents happy, but I had no interest in becoming an actress.
Newman got a degree in human ecology and focused her work on the environment instead. In 1989, Nell settled in Santa Cruz and was inspired by California's lush offerings. Newman had a vision to spin off what Pa had done with his famous salad dressing.
I really thought what Dad was doing was fantastic, you know, that it was really for the philanthropy, and I just love that concept. I really wanted to follow in his footsteps, but I wanted to do it a little differently and do it by supporting organic agriculture.
But convincing Dad about an organic line required a taste test. So Nell whipped up an organic meal for Thanksgiving.
When he finished wiping his plate clean, I said, so, how did you like your organic Thanksgiving dinner?
Nell won him over with her culinary skills, but Dad's support came with a stipulation.
He agreed to let my business partner Pete and I do research for a year. And he said, I'll pay each of you $15,000 each for a year's worth of research, and then you got to pay me back for all the startup costs.
They paid him back within a year, and in 1993 launched Newman's Own Organics, the second generation. What started as nostalgia food has grown into over 150 products. A royalty from the sale of every item goes to the Newman's Own Foundation.
The foundation supports a lot of things. The camps for kids with life-threatening diseases that Pop started, which are all over the world. You know, the Organic Farming Research Foundation here in Santa Cruz.
The 6-month apprenticeship program at UCSC provides hands-on training in the production, marketing, and social issues of sustainable food and agriculture.
As you can see, it's a spectacular small organic farm where kids from all over the world come, and it's a fantastic hands-on way of learning organic agriculture.
We really help support folks here eat locally and eat organic. Everything that we put in the CSA boxes is grown here on the farm.
My dad came up here and saw this project several times and was always very enamored of it.
Graduates of the program continue the cycle of paying it forward.
It's quite an amazing experience. People from all over the world, and then returning to their countries to continue teaching sustainable agriculture. It's really a way to spread the education worldwide.
In 2002, the company added fair trade coffee to the roster, which supports farming communities in Central America.
The average is 5 family members per farm, and that's about 39,000 small farmers that are directly affected by being able to grow it organically, getting a premium for that. And it's about $1 million that's gone back to all these little cooperatives in all these coffee growing regions. So that's a tremendous effect. It really gives you a different perspective when you realize that all those beans are actually each picked by hand. You know, carried down on a donkey or somebody's backs and roasted, and you never think about it the same way ever again when you drink coffee. So it was very profound.
Even McDonald's jumped on board. Over 650 New England restaurants serve the Newman's Own Organics coffee.
What a better way to educate the public when you think about it. You know, you're reaching a market that might not even think about it normally. So it really does have really broad implications.
The Newman's quiet philanthropy has been heard and felt around the world. The foundation has just reached $300 million in donations, a mark that Pa Newman certainly would have been proud.
As he said, if people knew how good it felt to give away money, they wouldn't wait till they died. And that was his motto.
Nell Newman has carried on that tradition and carved out her own niche. What will her legacy be?
I've never thought of that before. You know, I guess just really continuing the legacy of how we started it, grow organic agriculture directly through utilizing ingredients and being able to support the foundation at the same time. That's exactly what the plan was. So that's legacy enough right there.